Hello, everyone. Andy Jacob here with the DotCom Magazine Entrepreneur Spotlight Series. Whoa, what a show today. We've got a special announcement today. You know, we've had this CEO on the show before, and when he presented what he's doing at his company, Life Imaging FLA, we got so excited because this is a CEO and a founder and his entire team, actually, that are really saving lives. I mean, when you hear this story, it's so remarkable. But we have a special announcement today because Tom Graham, the CEO, of course, and president of Life Imaging FLA, he's been able to build an amazing company. He's really starting to grow at the seams right now. I wanted to bring him back on the show because what's going on at the company is remarkable. He's helping so many people, and so many people also are starting to invest in his company, and they're doing very, very well with the share price. It's really just a great story. I've got Tom Graham back on the show today. Tom, welcome back to the DotCom Magazine Entrepreneur Spotlight Series.
Hey, thanks, Andy. I'm glad to be here. I miss you guys and look forward to maybe getting a bit of an update to everybody today. We're pretty excited about what's going on here in South Florida. It's been a pretty amazing ride, I got to tell you.
Tom, what a great story. You're an amazing entrepreneur. For the people that don't know about Tom, Google him or watch some of our prior interviews. I mean, he's got a great story. But for the people, in the unlikely event that maybe someone hasn't heard of Life Imaging FLA already, because, man, you're getting everywhere and everybody's talking about it, of course, and they're talking about this investment opportunity as well. Let's pull the lens back to 30,000 feet and tell everybody what Life Imaging FLA is, and then we'll get into this big announcement, which is just so exciting.
Yeah, thanks, Andy. Yeah, so we're doing the early detection of the two biggest killers of humans on the planet, heart disease and cancer. We use this state-of-the-art low-dose CT technology to go in and find any early signs of coronary artery disease. We can find early signs of cancer, sometimes, believe it or not, up to a decade ahead. It's amazing, and nobody really does this. Normally, someone gets a CT scan when they think something's wrong, and the doctor wants to look at a heart, a lung, a liver, a kidney. Well, what people don't know is I can use that same technology for preventative screening, and it's amazing the lives we've been saving, Andy. Just finding these things early and having the ability to approach them and then do something before it's too late is amazing.
Yeah, Tom, it's remarkable. And of course, I know from our prior interviews that you have people that come and knock on your door and they say, Tom, I want to thank you. I mean, literally this imaging process and this business that you have saved my husband's life, because it was an early detection. It's just remarkable. Everybody really needs to check it out. But that's why it's going so well, because people understand the importance of early prevention. And that's what Life Imaging FLA is all about. Now, you're starting to grow. I mean, this is exciting to have you on the show. Yeah. I mean, man, the first Life Imaging sort of, business, I guess you'll call it, location, has done so well that you're starting to grow now. So let's talk about that, because I love the story.
Yeah. Well, when I first talked to Andy, I think we had just opened up, maybe a couple of weeks open. And boy, since then, it's been pretty amazing. We're going on our 8th month. We literally to date have scanned over 1,700 people. We've generated just under $1 million in the first 8 months, and we're not even near capacity. The buzz that's been created in South Florida is very exciting. I've got a few doctors that are believers in preventative screening now. They're starting to send patients in. We've had thousands and thousands of phone calls, through our marketing efforts. We're blanketing the market with TV, radio, and social media. We've only been using radio so far. We're actually finishing up a shoot on a 30-minute infomercial next week that we're going to start airing in January. We're going to also launch our TV commercial with Dr. Oz. It's going to be working in this market as well. And it's just fabulous. If I really want to recommend everybody go to the website or go to Google, look at some of the reviews of the lives that we've saved. It's pretty remarkable. We just recently had one that a woman came in and she's 58. She's a teacher, no medication, in good health. Thought she was okay. She came in originally just to get the free heart scan that we offer, and she decided to buy into our cancer preventative screening. And, lo and behold, we found an aggressive tumor on her lung. And, she had no idea it was there. She went in for immediate, took immediate action, got with the, the specialist. They had to do surgery to get it off of her. But, within 2 weeks, she had the surgery. The doctors told her, listen, if we hadn't found this 6-8 months from now, it would have been fatal. And she's just so grateful. And, she actually called and left a message on the radio station with the radio station, Andy. They sent it over to us. And, I couldn't help but put it on the website because it's so impactful. And people can hear it on our website now at www.lifeimagingfla.com.
Tom, that's awesome. And of course, you're crowdfunding on Start Engine. I mean, Start Engine is an amazing platform. You're one of the leading companies on Start Engine. I mean, I'm personally an investor in Start Engine in all due, disclosure and candor. I love Start Engine.
Yeah.
When I interviewed you, you were starting out and you've completed your first round already of $1.2 million. And I know you're going into another round of funding. I mean, I keep going in every week and those totals keep going up and everybody's saying to themselves, I want to get in on this life imaging Florida. I mean, it's remarkable. Let's talk about the new round and congratulations on that.
Yeah, thanks, Andy. Yeah, we did. We finished the 1.2 million. They have limitations on the Reg CF stuff, but now the laws, now they've changed it. So we're doing a second round of $3 million. We want to open up a second and third location. We've already got a couple of cities picked out. We're doing so well this year with business that I know beginning in first quarter of next year, it's just going to take off. Once I launch TV, this place is going to be a madhouse. We find ourselves at capacity now, on numerous days. And so for us to be able to go into this second and third location was part of the plan originally. What's exciting about it, Andy, is I had the opportunity to build a $30 million company inside of just a few years. We have the ability to net out a couple of $1 million on each location. We can do $4 or $5 million of gross money. We can net a couple $1 million on each location. If you do that 3 times, you're at 6 and, it's, 5 or 6 times EBITDA. 6 times 5 is 30 million. Now, what I've learned in medical, it can be 7 or 8 times EBITDA. So it becomes very exciting for us.
Yeah, it's great, Tom. And it resonates because, this is something like you said, people go in. Now, we spoke about this on an earlier interview, Tom. Most of the time, the majority of the time, the results come back from, these, from the imaging. And of course, you've got, physicians and doctors that read the images and read the everything that goes on. I mean, this is a high quality team that you've put together.
That's right.
Most of the time they come back negative. Thank God. Right.
Yeah,
but in the unlikely event that something does show up, it's a lifesaver. So it's an insurance policy, right?
Yeah, that's right. So it's sort of like this. It's peace of mind through prevention. Look, you're right. It resonates with people. And, we found out on the platform on this Reg CF that our numbers are way above the average people trying to raise money. And I've been telling everybody that it's because it resonates with people so closely. I lost both of my parents to cancer. I'm sure you've got stories in your family. We all do. Unfortunately, heart disease is going to take 1 out of 3 of us and the rest, cancer is going to get the rest of us. So if I can keep people ahead of it and we can know that we're healthy, we get that peace of mind through prevention. God forbid we find something, which is probably, not quite 20% of the time we find something that needs to be addressed quickly, then it's less invasive. This woman that I just mentioned a minute ago, they took, a piece of a lobe out of the lung versus a whole lung or not being able to stop it because it's metastasized in other parts of the body. So the answer is that either way, it's a win-win. So it's either peace of mind through prevention or they get some results that allow them to now live a normal life and, go to the grandkids' wedding. So yeah, that's the approach with it.
Tom, that's absolutely awesome. I mean, for the entrepreneurs watching this show, I mean, it's this passion that Tom has about what he does. I mean, he wakes up every morning, he gets to go to work and he gets to go to the company and he gets to go to the facility and know that he's actually changing people's lives. And that's why there's such a spark in his step. And everybody that works there loves it because they know that it's a meaningful thing that they're doing. And I think that's why the raise is going so well, because people read about it. They see what's happening. They see the testimonials of people whose lives have been changed for the better. And they say to themselves, I want in on this. So listen, I mean, the first round of 1.2 million went like that. I mean, everybody wanted in, and now you have to open it up for another 3 million. The numbers look phenomenal. I mean, I'm going to, frankly, after the show, I'm going to have one more interview and I'm jumping in on online. And I'm going to buy some more shares because I just love what you're doing, Tom. Listen, this is a great story, a great interview. Congratulations on the success and the expansion. I mean, Tom, you're leading the way for entrepreneurs, and I just love it so much. It's startengine.com. Check out Tom at Life Imaging FLA. Great story. Look, if it works for you, God bless. And just check it out because it's very well worthwhile and a very interesting business model that Tom at the leadership helm has put together. Tom, thank you so much for coming back for the big announcement. We're so excited for you. We love watching entrepreneurs grow and succeed. I'm thinking we're going to see hockey stick growth curve out of you. And who knows? You might be the next unicorn. So maybe we'll see you on the NASDAQ Stock Exchange, pounding the hammer in just a short while. And congratulations on what you're doing, Tom.
Thanks, Andy. I appreciate it. Good to see you again.